Okay, so starting number 44, problem 44 from chapter 15, we are given a scenario where we have a surface and an electric flux, an electric field going through the surface, and thus we have a flux, and we want to find out what is the flux through the surface. So this is pretty straightforward. We take the electric field times the area of the surface times the cosine of the angle of the field hitting the surface. Right? So we are given some information. We're given that the angle is 65 degrees. The area of the surface is 3.5 meters squared. And the E field is 435 newtons per coulomb. So then we just plug all of that in, times the area, times the cosine of 65 degrees, and we should get, let's see here, 2252.027. And then what are our units? Newtons, meters per coulomb. That's what I ended up with. Definitely double check. And the next problem is very similar. Number 49. Okay, great. Number 49. So we have a cylinder, and then we have an electric flux through that cylinder going lengthwise. So there's an electric flux going this way through the cylinder. Right? So we have area equals pi r squared here. We're actually given the area, the surface area of the disk surface at the top. And we're given the electric field is 3.5 times 10 to the 3 newtons per coulomb. And so we're just going to use the same theorem that we did before. But this time we have to be careful because we actually have two surfaces. So we're going to take the flux through this surface, and then we're going to take the flux through this surface and add them up. So we have E times A times cosine of, well, the angle is 0 because it's perpendicular, right? So that's just 1, which gives us 3.5 times 10 to the 3 newtons per coulomb times 2 square meters. And let's see, plug that in. What do we get? 3.5 e to the 3 times 7,000 Newton meters squared per coulomb. That's what I got. And then so what, essentially, this is like, you double check these answers, but what you want to, because I'm going through these really quickly, I could be making some small mistake, but what you really want to pay attention to are these theorems. This is what's going to get you to the answer. So we have that for the first one, and then we have that for the second one. So really, the total flux is 2 times E times A times cosine of the angle for this particular problem. Okay. Then I'm going to do a separate video for the next one.